A shelter belt is a row of trees. It provides a windbreak that typically protects plantings, livestock, and housing. In the 1930s, the majority of the shelter belts that we see in our landscape were planted as part of a New Deal program. It was nicknamed FDR's Great Wall of Trees, so it was championed by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And then it was a planting effort that was 6 states wide, starting in Texas all the way up to the border of Canada. The headquarters was Lincoln, Nebraska, and the effort planted over 200 million trees on over 30,000 farms. It was planted to mitigate the Dust Bowl, and they were trying to preserve the soil that was rapidly eroding. So they were windbreaks to stop soil and soil erosion, and then they've turned into a much larger ecological system. Currently, they're close to 80 years old today.
So we were interested in identifying the kind of current status of the shelter belts and understanding both through historical development but also current practices, the existing condition of them.
So it started with just our basic research question of what has happened to the shelter belts, and then through archival mapping, we were geo-referencing each archive with current day GIS data. So we were able to get a really great picture of the state of Nebraska and what the current condition is. And that led to just writing a general history for a very broad audience about the project, about the New Deal, and about the Great Plains.
Whether it's in architectural form or in landscape design, an awareness of how we touch the ground and how we make space is important, and trees are very much a part of that.
The challenge with the shelter belts is they need to be maintained because they're in desperate need of restoration if they haven't been removed. Some of them have been partially removed, so they may not be functioning to their best ability. And the ones that are fully intact are quite large and are going to be very expensive to restore. My hope is that the story is told about the Depression era, and it really talks about the individual landowner as conservationist, which isn't always told, and informs people of where these shelter belts came from, that they're not natural, that they were actually designed and built and constructed, and that there's an opportunity to think deeply about how they're restored. And if they're restored, and how do designers like landscape architects and architects participate in that conversation.